This podcast contains mature language. Listener discretion is advised.
Previously on the Lost Mine of Phandelver, our heroes, Val, Angus, and Meilin, traveled east from the ruins of Thunder Tree. Having learned of the location of Cragmaw Castle from the druid Radoth, they had agreed to look into a strange sight along their journey, a ruined watchtower. As they ventured through Neverwinter Woods, they discovered a beehive, but before they could acquire the honey, a wandering owlbear had its eyes on the same prize. After dispatching the creature, tensions amongst our heroes came to a head. Chapter 18, The Ruins and the Dead.
I would not do that right now.
You can certainly try. You try to grab his axe.
All right, I'm attacking him.
Make a.
I get in front of them.
Well, and it's Angus's turn. So Val, since we're still in combat, what are you doing?
If I see that
You haven't. He hasn't moved yet.
No, it hasn't moved yet. Okay,
Nope.
so that's 1 and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it's just me besides my trying to calm down Angus, like right there. Like,
Okay.
hey, just stop. Like it's done.
Okay, that is your turn. So we are to Meilin.
So from there is, I saw Val go over there and started talking to him.
Yes.
Is he still beating this thing in the face?
At current, yes, he is still hammering away at it because each turn is only 6 seconds.
Right. All right. So then I just run up next to him and I just tell him, okay, enough. He's dead. I mean, I have 100.
Yeah. Okay, so you just walk up to him and start talking to him?
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, it's dead. You won.
I give you a dirty look and I kick it right in the fucking face.
Okay.
I walk over and I click on it.
Okay.
It's history.
So, I mean, I'm not much of a woodsman. Like I've been in the city my whole life, but I'm pretty sure I know how to like meat-wise, like how to attempt to actually like collect something so I can use it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Your choice, either nature, survival, or animal handling, as to what would be the best course of action to get the honey out of the beehive.
18? No, not the
No,
honey. I'm
he
talking
wants
about the owlbear.
Oh.
Like, hey,
for
let's
the
not
bear.
make it go waste. Meilin is like.
Oh, that
you
would
know,
be either a nature or survival check.
Can I see what that's his intent in a help?
Yeah, I mean, I'm being true. 18,
18?
like it's survival.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of help him out here, but that's plenty to identify how to butcher this creature.
Like, I just don't want to let it go to waste, and I really don't like leaving things here just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, yeah. So you're reasonably sure, given a good hour or so, that you could probably butcher a decent amount of rations off of it.
And at the end of the hour, because you just thought of it, do I know if owlbear beaks actually have some monetary compensation in the market?
That would be
Or any other parts from the feather?
either a nature or an arcana check.
6. I don't know anything. Yeah, no.
Well, that's a bear.
6.
You have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very large hooked beak.
It's just the meat. Just
Okay.
trying to salt it if I can. Hey, Angus, you got any salts with you?
I don't think they do.
Okay, so I guess we'll be cooking this today.
Okay, so you're going to spend the next hour butchering the animal.
Mhm.
So you are at the beehive.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's since you are about 4 feet tall, this thing is about 4 feet above you.
Okay.
Can I? There's no time, right?
What do you mean?
Like right now, we're not in combat.
You're not in combat, but time is a thing.
Okay. I want to strike up a torch,
Okay.
and then I want to grab some of these leaves from the branches, the green ones, the greenest ones I can find,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go help him get his honey.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna smoke him out?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
pretty smart.
Yeah. As you're surmising the tree and the beehive, my Meilin comes up behind you with a torch and leaves that are already starting to smoke.
So I kind of just start going up to the hive and smoke him out to the bees
Okay.
to start leaving.
And Angus, what do you do?
I'm gonna use my hand axe. I'm gonna throw it to see if I can hit the hive down so I can take care of it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a ranged attack roll with that.
That is an 8.
An 8. The hand axe hits the branch, but not on the blade. It clatters off.
Peter, I'm gonna try again.
I have all
Okay.
of. Wait,
At this point, the bees are getting agitated and they're flying around.
Angus. Wait 1 second. Let me help you.
10.
10. That is enough that it hits. Go ahead, let me see the damage.
1.
1 damage.
Oh, nope. Yeah, 1.
All right. The branch starts to snap, and the hive is now 2 feet lower than it was. The bees are angrily flying. The hive is almost at your head level. You are now in a swarm of angry bees.
Okay. Well, I'm walking backwards, but I'm still smoking the crap out of them.
Okay.
I mean, they
Go ahead and make
really
a
disperse.
dexterity saving throw for me.
Great. 6. 13.
13? Okay. That is enough to avoid the bees with the smoke that you're kind of creating, kind of a shield to keep them away from you. You managed to avoid being stung at all.
Yeah.
And so Angus's tree, this hive is now 2 feet above you.
So theoretically, with my battle axe, I can jump up and hit it.
Yes, you could
Right.
jump up and give it a smash.
That's from.
All right.
I also I moved back.
Okay.
So I'm about.
It's like, oh shit.
Well, yeah, as I was smoking and the branch lowered down, and I'm smoking, I'm like, oh crap, well, it's now.
Okay. It should, I mean, it's right
It's
there.
not
This is like
control.
hitting a pinata. So let me just see the damage roll.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So it's max damage because it's wood, right?
Let's say yes.
All right. We'll have max damage on plant creatures or wood.
Okay.
So that would be 14 damage.
Okay. Yeah, the hive just smashes open and bits of beehive come raining down around you.
Okay.
And go ahead and are you trying to avoid the bees at all, or because you are now in a swarm of angry bees?
I mean, I don't think they're going to do 20 points of damage to me.
You'll be
Okay.
surprised.
The queen comes out, she's 4 feet tall.
It's just like, you have killed my guardian, the owlbear.
You have advantage on this, but I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 20.
Okay.
So 24.
All right. So you only take 2 points of damage
Is that
from all the bee stings as you are.
Is that halved?
No, you resist all of the poison damage.
That's
you are
just the-
still just
the physical damage?
Yeah, you were just stung profusely by this swarm of bees.
Okay.
You just start
I'll take
scooping up chunks of honeycomb.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. All right. So I would say that you have about 10 pounds of honeycomb that you've harvested out of this thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
went back over to Val.
Okay.
How's he doing?
He's got his honey. He's a happy dwarf.
Okay. I mean, I just
Okay.
don't want to let these
Walk
go to
back
waste.
over.
Okay.
I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm going to walk back over where the campsite was.
How long did that take?
Took him?
No, everything.
It's going to take you a full hour. That whole misadventure with the beehive took
Bees.
maybe 10 minutes.
So can I go over and help Val then, so it's not an hour?
Okay. It's still going to take about that amount of time to properly cut all the flanks off of the beast so that it isn't contaminated, but you are able to harvest twice as much with Meilin's help if you make another survival check successfully here.
No.
He didn't.
Number is
4.
4. Okay.
He starts cutting into everything.
He actually starts damaging the carcass more than helping. You are, by the end of the hour, you are able to harvest about 3 days of rations off of this.
Okay. And while he's doing it, man, and I'm like, I truly don't know everything about butchering, so I thought he would know. So I just want to start, like, what happened back there? Why didn't you help us?
I don't attack things that don't attack first. Creatures that don't attack first.
That's fair. I mean, that's hunting, technically, so.
I don't hunt.
I get it.
And it wasn't doing anything wrong.
I appreciate your point of view. I get it. Next time I'll remember that.
Now, if we were walking through the woods and it attacked us, then yes, that would be a different story.
Do I hear this conversation?
Make a perception check. Because you are a good 100 yards away.
17.
17. You catch bits and bobs of it. You don't get the full conversation, like intimate details of the conversation, but you're able to pick up the gist of it.
You also saw, like, when we got attacked by the bugbear and the goblins, like, even though you dropped the body straight on the ground, but we carried the bugbear and did a burial for it and everything. But yeah, it's just kind of my beliefs.
Now you do know, as a monk of the Order of the Yellow Rose, he is a pacifistic person. However much that once that factors in is entirely up to Angus. Okay, you package up the rations that you're able to carve off of the owlbear's carcass. And what do you do?
I'm just, after that conversation, it's like, I understand you're a pacifist, but I mean, you started training out of nowhere. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to attack this animal, so I just fitted the time with training. It's what I've been doing for 30 years.
I mean, then you think it would be kind of unnecessary? This was kind of a short fight, to be honest.
Well, it's just you guys were fighting, training on the animal, I guess. How I look at it. But I understand. I mean, I didn't mean any disrespect by it. Just
kind of just look towards Angus' side, because I know he left, like...
Yeah, at this point, Angus has reached back to the campsite.
I'm gonna go talk to Angus. He
Just
seemed...
give him a breather. It's obviously upset that you weren't assisting. But I don't know if he understands the reason why. But just...
I completely understand.
Now, next time, just sit on the floor or something.
Okay. I thought that would have been much worse, but alright.
I mean, at least I would understand quicker if you actually did sit.
Well, I did for the first 2 rounds around.
Oh, you were
Just standing there watching.
and I would have gotten the point.
Okay.
And I finish up putting the meat, like wrapping it or something.
Yeah, you can kind of have to just
I
bundle it
help
up right now. Bring it back.
And I'm like-
it is a hunk of raw meat.
Yeah, and I'll be like, you already helped enough. And I started to look at the mess he made.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I meant help to carry it, not to...
Oh, okay. So yeah, here you go.
All right, so you haul
3
your
days'
collection back to the
Just
campsite.
write down 3 days worth of...
And
Okay, cool.
I got it.
Angus, you've got your honeycomb and your brewer's kit. Have you started to start parsing it out, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can extract as much honey out of this as I can.
Okay. You know, it's going to have to be a kind of cut and press operation with it to extract as much honey as possible. If you estimate if you take another hour, you'd be able to remove enough honey from what you've got to brew up a proper batch of mead.
Okay, so we say with the whole deal with me getting the honey and the bee incident, that was about 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, it only took you about 10 minutes.
Okay, so while they're still working on the owlbear,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that time to go ahead and do that, so that way no time in game is wasted.
Okay. Yeah. So it takes up the same amount of time by the time that you've got everything packed up and properly siphoned and stored with your kit. You turn around, you see Val and Meilin are walking up behind you with a bundle of owlbear flesh.
Is there still fire going on? Like,
The fire is burned pretty low at this point, but it has not gone out yet.
hey, do you guys want extra breakfast for the day?
Sure.
No, I'm
Do you eat meat?
I do.
Okay. What about you, sir?
Oh,
Angus?
no, I'm okay, thank you.
All right. I mean, that's still. Do I know how long are you gonna take on that, Angus?
I got about, 5-10 minutes left?
Okay. How long would
Let's
it take me
wait.
to cook like a few pieces?
To sear up a couple of owlbear
Yeah.
flanks or shanks.
No, well, like small. Like I will cut like just small pieces so it cooks quicker.
Okay, so you do it like a skirt steak.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, take you 10 minutes to fry them up.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do while he finishes up. I'm like, hey, something for the road at least.
All right, so fry up some owlbear breakfast. You got your honey packaged up, and
While he's doing that, I'll walk over to watch Angus, what he's doing with the mead making and everything, and just kind of let him know, like, hey Angus, I know I wasn't in that battle at all, but I don't. It's against my beliefs. I understand you seem kind of upset, and I want to make sure that I don't attack creatures that don't attack me. And he was just an innocent creature wandering the woods looking for honey, and I, by all means, was on board to get you the honey that you wanted. But I just can't, in my conscience, attack an unarmed creature that didn't attack me first.
Kind of nod my head. I look up at him. I'm like, the dragon didn't attack you first.
It attacked Val first.
Interesting. Interesting. If it's against your belief system, I can appreciate that, but it kind of feels like a slap in the face that you're watching Val and I get into a fight and tippy-tapping with your staff against a tree and doing backflips. That's where I come from. That's worse than spitting on someone's grave.
Wow. That's
In terms that I know that you can connect
right,
with.
of course. And so I say that's very sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect. And Val actually explained kind of similar spout where I should have just stood by instead of training. The way I was raised in the monkhood, training is our entire world to a degree. So I thought by just putting that time in, but I now see where I was in the wrong. I thought it would have been worse to just sit on the floor and wait, but I didn't mean any disrespect.
Can I hear this? Like,
oh yeah, this is happening like
Oh,
5
there's-
feet from you.
I just thought I'd say that there's no expectations. Expectations are pre-planned disappointments. It's a hard lesson that I've had to learn.
Yeah, I understand we come from different worlds.
Okay. Well, steaks are seared. Everything ready to go. You guys have any further business at the campsite?
That's it.
I asked how the meat is coming along.
I just take up a piece and over here.
Mead.
Oh, meat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I add the yeast and I shake the shit out of it, put it in the pack. But now it has to ferment.
Awesome.
I'm actually kind of excited.
I'm like, I want to go out and get some meat at this point.
And I kind of tell him
True story.
years ago,
Mhm.
I would have been very happy for this, but I have since no longer drinking anymore.
And I'm like, I just look at Angus. I'm like, more for us.
More for you. More for you.
There's an absolute fist bump moment there between the
Yeah.
fighter and the cleric.
Yeah. Like back at the bar where you got to have all the drinks yourselves.
That's fine. I can't overdo it though.
Apparently, with my constitution, neither can I.
Angus goes, what's that?
Well, the thing is, like, and I actually, because I hear something like that from Angus, I'm like, it just doesn't feel right if I'm not drinking with my brother.
If he's still alive, he will soon.
Yeah. We're going to do everything we can to make sure you can do that again.
You guys really think he's gonna be there?
You have faith in something, yeah?
I have high hopes that we do.
That comment just kind of fucks me up because I lost my faith. Like,
I didn't. But he doesn't know that.
no,
that
but
you were
not,
clear.
yeah.
Yeah, it strikes you very hard in a way that Angus didn't intend, but nevertheless, you feel the pang.
It's a day of like emotions like jumping everywhere here.
And I tell him, keep your center focused on what you want. We'll do anything to get it back.
I just stay quiet and just eat a piece to taste the owlbear meat.
It's pretty gamey.
And I'm like,
I mean, it's edible. It's fully edible, but
I'm
it's
like,
just
it's fine.
You can see why
It's
owlbear isn't a common delicacy.
Yeah, it's not the salted pork.
No, not even
Vega.
close.
No.
No, this stuff's pretty damn tough.
Yeah.
It is thirsty.
Yeah, you're practically gnawing on it.
You should have cut it against the grain. Probably.
Now you're an expert blacksmith.
Well, I'm a dwarf. That means I eat too.
True.
Maybe,
I'm not a cook. I'm just
maybe
I'm more of a bouncer.
marinade.
And I'm like, I go like this. Do you have any more honey there?
I'm sure I can squeeze out some more from the honeycombs.
Okay, and I want to make a small pouch, put honey, and put meat on it. Just
All
let
right,
it.
from the last of your honeycomb, go ahead. It's an interesting. Go ahead and give me a
Because honey
I
does
would
break
say-
down.
nature
I'm gonna
check
grab
to
all of
see
them, roll it.
if you can get just the last little bit out here.
15.
15. That is enough. There is just enough to coat the remaining shanks that you have.
Because honey breaks down, like in real life, like, breaks down the meat. Like,
And it's a hell of a preserving agent too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you've got a owlbear honey concoction brewing.
I'm gonna write that down.
Make that into jerky.
Seriously.
And smoke it.
Okay, so shall we head
I
out?
was going to say, maybe we should eat before we record.
You guys did.
We did.
We did.
We did.
We've been here forever then.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you guys set out on day 2 of your journey.
Ta-da-da.
All right, so who is the navigator? Val, you continuing?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take
give
them.
me.
I'll take the rear.
Survival again?
Yep, survival again, please.
I'll take the rear.
Okay.
It is survival 16.
16. All right. So, very confidently, you are able to find once again the due east direction from your location, and you all set out. The day is far more overcast than the day before. You can see dark clouds rolling in the distance. But for now, there's enough trace of sunlight through the trees that you're able to navigate pretty easily. The ground here starts to slope down as you start coming down from the higher elevation that you were in. And by the side of a small stream, you guys make a temporary camp at midday to you check on your owlbear concoction, and it seems to be, the meat seems a little better.
I know he's a cleric, obviously, right?
Yes.
Do I understand his position on the undead?
Go ahead, give me a religion check.
I mean, I was a cleric too.
You were.
Would it be an advantage?
Oh, not all clerics are the same.
Not that kind of cleric.
Religion check.
Mhm.
That is 16.
16. You not intimately, but you have heard of the god Dumathoin. You are familiar that dwarves do have a number of clergy to Dumathoin that are forge workers, that working in the forge is part of their orders. And he's not explicitly told you this, but from your recollections of reading various religious tomes, he seems to fit the profile, and they very much do not like undead.
Okay, so since I'm thinking about that, it's like, Angus, if we encounter undead, what's your position on them? Like, how do you feel about it?
I feel that they're unnatural and that they need to be destroyed.
Okay. Is it depend? What if we get overwhelmed? Would you still be trying to strike them down regardless of the situation?
I mean, that's situational depending. I mean, it's I'm no good to anyone dead.
That's what I'm understanding. So,
Are you asking me if I'm going to run from a fight?
I mean,
Or if it's about survival, if I will walk away? Because just run because I'm afraid, that doesn't happen.
I just lost my brother not too long ago. Also lost another team member. And part of my group. We were getting close. I just don't want it to happen again.
No, I respect that. I'm not suicidal. I'm not going to go through and sit there and let myself and you guys be swarmed and us die. But if they're there, I'm going to do my best to eradicate that situation.
Okay, I'll help you as much as possible. I do feel the same, that they're unnatural, but if it's at the cost of our lives, and as I look also at Meilin, we have to run, we will. I just want to point that out.
I'm not going to risk my life where I won't be able to do any good at all.
I mean, Meilin,
I agree 100%.
so
Completely on the same page.
we're in accordance that if we have to, we get out of the place, correct? Whatever it is that it's there. We don't know what it is, but I'm just assuming.
I'm gonna use the little rabbit ears. If I have to retreat, if I have to do plan B, I will
All right.
I can fight and run at the same time.
consider plan B.
Well, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Of course.
All right, so
Okay, go ahead and as the navigator here, go ahead and give me a perception check.
9.
9. As you finish having the conversation, you take in your surroundings here through the trees. You look down, you watch as the direction of the stream as it flows down the slope here. And you can just faintly in the distance see a couple of square stones that look like mortared work, but they're still a good distance away.
how are we all doing on health? Are we all healthy right now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. I'm perfect. So, just in case, I will bring out the Echo Knight, put it 30 feet away from us, as we follow the same pace as
Okay.
we are, just in case.
30 feet ahead, so you have the Echo Knight walking point.
Yep.
Okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
like,
So
wait
you,
a second, I got bit by a fucking bear owl. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
As I saw like a trickle of blood right here, so I was like,
Angus gets up from eating rib and is like, "Oh, that's my blood.
Okay, that's 14. So
He's like,
shoot.
He's good."
he's like, I'm not hurt, but I'm just gonna heal.
I'm like, fuck, I'm bleeding.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so you set off in the direction of the stonework.
Yep. I point it out. You guys ready?
Is it the only thing in our path?
So other than trees and the stream that flows past them, it's the only notable object.
I want to keep somewhat of a distance when we get to a point, so I can see if I can see anything moving.
Okay.
Is there any way to go around it?
I mean, this is
No, you're in the middle
what we
of
have
the
to
woods.
do.
Okay.
And I tell Meilin, like, this is our goal for now.
No, I understand. I just wanted to know if we could flank it if we needed to. Vantage points are
Is that
helpful.
something? Like,
Like, I'm assuming it's kind of in an opening, or is it literally just surrounded by trees and everything?
Where you all are right now is nothing but trees. This you
Okay.
can barely make out.
Is it almost like a post? It's not like a building of any sort. It's just
2 blocks, right?
Go ahead and make a perception check from where you're at.
21.
21. You can, as you stare through the trees, you can faintly see the outline of the mortared stone that you're seeing is actually the remains of a crumbling wall.
Okay. That makes
And
sense.
you see the wall extends for a bit. Again, through the tree line, it's hard to make out exactly where it is, but you kind of also see it almost looks like broken teeth almost to this ring that must have been at one point in time a tower on the far side of the wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see the wall?
Yeah. Let's keep moving forward, but cautiously.
Okay. Angus, you good?
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
As you guys get closer and closer to it, surrounded by trees now, the trees here, as you get close, you can see that the trees have started to grow inside of the perimeter of this ruined wall, since you are slightly above it on this hillside. This thing is hundreds of years old at this point. The rock walls, all the mortar stone is worn, very, very smooth and crumbling. And it seems to be a large courtyard that is all that's left, with the foundations of the wall around it, and the remains of the tower kind of create a small enclosure, almost like at this point just a ringed wall where the tower used to be, with large chunks of rubble strewn about it.
With the 21 I rolled, do I smell anything as well?
As you get closer to it, you start picking up a faint odor of decay.
Okay.
Okay.
So how close do you guys want to get?
So it's a hill going down?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to stop like on
So
the
we have
hill.
a good vantage point at top,
Yeah,
right?
vantage point.
Yeah,
so we
you're
can see
looking.
any
You can
movement.
look in at now at this point even through the tree line. You can look into the courtyard area.
Okay.
It's hard to. How far away are you?
I mean, how far away are we from the wall? Like,
You guys started out. You estimate a good 300 feet when you first started to notice it.
okay, so 100 yards. Like 200 feet away.
Yeah, like 150.
Okay.
Right, so you close.
So
it
175
half-
stands.
You get about halfway
Well, I was
to
gonna
it.
say 150 because then your Equinite would be almost at the wall.
It's 30 feet.
Okay.
It can only be 30 feet ahead of me.
So as you guys get closer to it, you can now see inside of what was a stone laid courtyard. There is a small, it's not barely more than a hole in the ground now in the center of it. But you see a few small bricks lining around it, indicating at one point in time it was a well in the center of the courtyard. And to the side of the courtyard, on the far side of the courtyard, butting up against the side of the tower, you see a tent that is bright red color that is set up, and it looks like there are a couple of small pots around it as well.
I'll keep watching for a little bit longer just to see if I can see any movement.
Do I smell the smell getting stronger as we get towards the well?
The smell is starting to get a bit stronger. At this point, you two start to pick up the faint stench as well.
All right.
Okay.
Is it the stench of death and decay, or is it the stench of undead?
Make a religion check.
Can I help him? After he already rolled. So, yeah.
14.
14. Given your training, this smells more foul than normal decay.
Okay. Gentlemen, this doesn't smell right. I mean, obviously it smells like death, but this is something more sinister than just rotting flesh.
There's a tent over there, but I think we should keep watch a little bit longer, see if there's any, like, if we can actually see the undead moving around.
In
If
in
there's
my
any.
monk order, what I've learned about any of this in our training of fighting and stuff like that, what I've learned about anything about undead.
Possibly. Go ahead. You give me a religion check as well.
Should be under intelligence.
Religion is wisdom.
It's 16.
Wooden's
No,
intelligence.
it is intelligence.
It is intelligence.
I was like,
16.
Get my additions confused. 16. Nothing is coming to you with regards to the teachings of your order specifically about undead creatures, other than general teachings of just protecting people from threats.
okay. Should we wait like at least an hour? And then head down?
What time of day is it?
It is just after noon at this point. And the skies are starting to get darker now. It looks heavily overcast.
I kind of like that there's still quite a bit of light out.
1 more hour and then we head in.
Yeah, let's kind of scope our...
Or do you want to spread out, well, like in a triangle formation, so to speak, around this area? That way we have 3 different
How
vantage
big
points.
is the... We're on the hill. How big is the crevice area that has the well and all the other
The
stuff?
courtyard seems to be
Yeah, the courtyard.
about 60 feet by 40 feet
Okay.
before the
It's
tower.
more of a square or
It's a rectangle.
Rectangle. Okay. And there's not like giant objects in between that we wouldn't be able to like see each other through. It's all mostly rubble, right?
There's scant rubble all
Okay.
over the ground here and trees. Interspersed about this.
So
Okay, so
if we want to do that, I can take the farthest leg of it
I'll
since
go,
I have a lot of more movement speed.
I'll go to the closest one to the tent, that corner.
Okay, so you go to the far point of your configuration.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on the
Okay.
right or the left?
The tent, as you
We're
came up
going-
to it, you came up to the side
wall.
of this, so the tent would be at the far side, with the tower here,
Okay.
courtyard here.
Okay.
So Val, you're coming around here.
I'll go the opposite side.
Okay, so
Kind of
you're
heading in
going
the same direction, but just the opposite way.
Okay, so you're going behind the tower. Because you guys are coming up in this direction. Here, let me do a quick sketch. Okay, tower, courtyard. You guys are here.
Okay, where's the tent?
The tent is here. The well is here.
And the rubble of the tower is only like you said a wall, like what?
Yeah, this
3 feet high?
this is all a ruined wall here.
Okay, and the tower is still a fully up tower, or is it?
No, the
demolished?
tower is barely the first floor.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's wall of it, the tower itself
Yeah.
is about what 4 or 5 feet tall.
It
Could I
comes-
see over it if I did go behind it?
You can kind of see in it, and you can make out some rubble on the inside of the tower. But
Okay.
it's with the diminishing light that you have with the heavily overcast sky at this point, you see mostly shadows inside the tower.
Mostly shadows inside the tower.
Shadows of like the wall shadows.
Yeah, just the wall shadows.
Not like
It's you can't discern any shapes in there.
So Val, you said you're going this way through the courtyard.
Yeah, before we split, I just want to say, let's meet.
Here,
No, because I
come
want it to be close to the tent.
Right, but you have to come this way. You have to go.
Well,
all
I
the
can't
way
go
across it.
around the area, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can take your time going around.
So before we split up, I'm just like, let's be back here in 1 hour. Okay?
Okay.
We're gonna
I
go
didn't think
watch.
We would
then
take
come
that
back.
much time.
It's. So tell me, before we split up, what do you want to do? Like, I know we're trying to separate. It's per Angus' plan.
Okay.
But what are we gonna do afterwards? Just rush in? No.
Right.
What if?
So this is technically pretty big, right?
Yeah, this is 40 feet by 60 feet.
Okay. And we're just on the outskirts watching. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll go that way, and however long it takes, I'm just gonna meet. You're going because you're going this way to go look at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet you.
So we're meeting
Same-
here,
Yeah.
and then
Same amount of time.
Okay, so as you guys start to split off, Angus, are you keeping position?
No, I'm gonna walk over to about here,
Okay.
and what do I see?
Okay. So go ahead, each of you individually give me perception checks as to what you see.
I also was gonna ask with the perception. I want to look around as I'm also like I'll look in, but I also want to keep an eye like on the wooded
Okay.
area.
13.
13? Okay.
7.
10.
10? Okay. So by the time you get to this position, you're about here, and Angus, you're coming up this way?
Yeah.
Okay, by the time you guys get to this point, Meilin, what you see as you are coming around the tower, you faintly see shapes moving in there. You're not able to discern exactly what you're seeing. You're seeing movement, but there's very little light in there. It's very obscure, but you can tell that you do see something moving in there. You two, as you come around through the remains of the rock walls, you see suddenly coming up from the well, you see a hand reach up, grab the edge of the well. You see another hand come up, grab the edge of the well, and they're moving very slowly. And it pulls up, and you see this rotting corpse haul itself up out of the well. And it's got tattered clothes. It's in a relatively advanced state of decay. But the thing that most draws your attention is that it has a sack hooked to its back full of object of some kind. And the bag, unlike the rest of this, the bag looks new and clean. And you see it slowly start to shamble its way towards the tower. And in that moment, you see another hand come up, a second hand come up, and another one of these corpses pull itself up. Again, a decaying humanoid this time. This one appears to at once have been female, but also with a sack tied around its back, brand new, seemingly full.
Like they're carrying stuff,
Yes.
like out of the wall,
Correct.
And
like an assembly line kind of thing.
Yes.
And they have not noticed us, correct?
They have not at current noticed you.
Can I see Meilin?
Yes, you can still, at this point, you can still see Meilin. He's starting to reach the edge.
I'm gonna start waving my axe.
Okay. And your perception was
7.
7? That's enough that you do see Angus waving at you, looking right at you, waving his battle
I
axe.
start beckoning you to come over.
Okay. As the second corpse hauls itself out from the well. At this point, the first one has shambled its way over to the remains of the doorway leading into the tower. The second one starts to follow. You see a third set of hands come up.
And that's when he kind of waved me over.
You're, at this point, you've been running towards him.
Yeah.
Running.
I sprinted.
Okay. At this point, yeah, you catch up to Angus.
Do I see all this? Like they're getting through?
You and Angus have seen this transpire the entire time.
Yeah, but did I see him going like waving towards Meilin?
Yeah, you have seen him turn and wave in the direction you saw Meilin originally.
And then you
head
blinked
off
and I
in.
was next to Angus.
Can I take a closer look? Like if they're going in there
Mm-hmm.
and this area, can I see across the entrance?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. It's getting pretty dark out right now.
21.
The clouds are
I
pretty
kind
thick.
of lean into Angus and do I see now that I'm here next to him?
Yeah, you now see two rotting corpses
So I'm kind of
walking.
like astonished by this, and I lean into him and I'm like, whatever needs to be done, we will do. This is insane. Like wasn't expecting any of this, because you said I rolled with my religion and I have like not studied
Other
any
than
of this.
protecting people, yeah, you don't have any
Right,
special undead training.
Right, so I have no clue what the heck I'm watching technically, except
Yeah,
these like
you're watching dead bodies walking around.
right. So like mind
Freak
blown,
out.
Yeah.
essentially. So I'm like, this is not natural. Whatever
So-
needs to be done.
Given my training, do I know what these are? These skeletons? Are they ghouls? Are they zombies?
The bar is pretty low here, but make a religion check for me. Yeah, you know, these are zombies.
No.
I
It's
can see
ne-
his dice.
It's
I know.
negative 27.
It's
so.
a 22.
22.
I saw the roll and he
You
saw
can
the
see
roll.
my die, but I mean,
Yeah,
our audience can't, and they're captivated.
it's very true.
That's true. That's true. You know what?
That's a great point,
For
Rob.
due diligence to the audience, yes.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Yes, you. In your training, you know these to be zombies. These
Oh.
are reanimated.
As he
corpses.
leans in, I whisper,
David's like, damn it.
zombies.
Huh.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen 3 so far.
Yes.
We got a 21 to see towards the inside.
Okay. You see them moving on into the inside. You can see several more figures moving around in there. It's dark
Yeah.
in there, but you can see what look to be humanoid shapes moving around in there.
I asked Angus what he can see, because I know from our whole trek that we've been doing for weeks or whatever that he has can see well better than I can in the dark.
Mhm.
And since it is dark from my vantage point inside, I just ask, like, what's going on? Can you see anything in there?
Let me check over here.
Okay, how close are you guys getting to the courtyard, by the way?
I don't know. I'm
So
like 1 square.
I have a question on that. Because you said
Well, since we live in a world with feet and inches in it, how many
Well,
feet roughly
no, Robert's
would
a good
Angus
point.
get to the wall?
Well, the thing is, you said this is what, 60 by 40,
Yes.
but these are 5-foot tiles.
Yeah, with this an abstract form.
I mean, yeah, it's
Right.
definitely not to scale.
Yeah, this,
Right,
if it was to
right,
scale,
right.
it would be the table.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Well, no, I'm saying if we did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so it would be like, this would be the shortest width, right?
Yeah, but you can just
So-
tell me I'm going to be 10 feet away, 20 feet
So
away.
this is
See
3
about-
squares by 60, so that means they're each 20. So we're about 40 feet out.
Yeah, you're thinking way too much.
Yeah, and I'm like, well,
And you see, can we put that thing?
yeah, there's some beautiful
Whoever
mind shit
edits
that's
it,
really
come
not
with that.
necessary.
No,
So I'm gonna
not
go
that good.
probably about
I have no idea how. Yeah, I'd love to.
20 feet
Okay.
away,
Just put the
and I'm gonna see if I can look straight down.
Okay, so you're going to be 20 feet off from the wall? Okay. Go ahead, give me, since you have dark vision, go ahead, give me a perception check with advantage.
While he's doing that,
Mhm.
the amount that is on here, it's dark. Did I see more than 5?
From your estimates, you're seeing somewhere between 6 and 10.
Okay.
At this point, a fourth figure another corpse has hauled itself out.
Okay, so I'm gonna start moving towards him,
They're unlimited.
and I'm gonna be like, "There's more than 10 of these."
Okay, what did you get?
21.
21. Inside, you can see, since you have dark vision, you can see in there the zombies are moving inside the tower. They're moving off to the right side, the far side of the tower over here. They are setting down these bags, and they are shambling over to the other side here.
Is there any doorway?
So they're coming in,
There's
dropping
an
over here.
open doorway here leading into the tower.
So they're coming into the tower, dropping off to the
To the right
to the
side.
right, and then coming over to the left.
Yes.
Roughly, how many do I see? So it's the 4.
There are the 4 that are out there. At this point, the first one has deposited its sack and has moved over to the left side and kind of peeking around the side, staying low. You're able to make out that there are 5 more zombies.
So a total of 9.
So far, you see a total of 9, yes.
So I look up and I'm like, flip 9 fingers.
Are they just standing inside?
They're bringing, obviously I'm talking in hushed tones, from the well, whatever is on in their backs, they're coming up, going to the far side, dropping it off, and then moving over to the side closest to us.
Okay. Can you see what they're doing on the left? Are they just standing once they get there?
They're just kind of shuffling over the other side.
Okay. You said 9. That's a lot.
Have you ever encountered a zombie before?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Have I? Yes or no?
You have not ever encountered one, but you have
I've-
studied them.
I've read all about them.
Are they difficult to fight?
They're not the first type of undead that I would have liked to try some stuff out on.
I mean, there's 9 of them plus.
3 of us. Yeah.
Not only that,
From your readings.
what if they're working for somebody else? They're not just gonna be not following orders. I mean,
Well, they have to be working for somebody else.
that's what I'm saying. So there's 9 of them. A single person. Do you think they're what is it called? A necromancer?
They're being controlled?
Yeah.
It's reasonable. I mean, they need to be eradicated.
Because I don't think they're working for someone. They don't get paid. I think they're having to be controlled, right?
The problem being, do we take out the person controlling them? Do then they go berserk and start attacking everything? Like, what happens? You see what I'm saying?
I've never encountered it. I honestly, I don't
In
know.
his readings, would he know? I'm just curious. Like, since he studied them and stuff like that, is that part of the lore of zombies? I don't know. I'm just asking as the DM.
Depends.
I'm a cleric too. Like, me thinking back?
You're an ex-cleric.
Yeah, that's what it
As a former
An
cleric,
ex-cleric.
it does take someone to create them. Now,
But if we kill the source, I don't know if
it's gonna
if
do
they,
anything.
if they
you don't remember reading anything saying that should the person that animated them be removed, that they themselves would stop functioning.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, it's like a hive
Do you
mentality.
know that do they have to be close by to control them?
Does my character know that?
No, it is not necessary for them.
Okay, it is not necessary for them. I don't want to confuse my player knowledge. with my character
I
knowledge.
100%. That's why I'm asking out loud so that it would.
Well, that's why I'm asking
that was
DM.
perfect.
'cause-
I love that.
Val. I don't. We can take that many zombies. I don't think we should.
I think that we.
Can we lure them out?
We're out
The
of
fifth
a
one
depth.
has started to climb out now.
It's 10.
Yeah, we're out of a depth here against 10 zombies.
Is there
You've
any
never
way
even
we
seen
can-
him before,
No,
right?
I'm freaking out. Is there any way we can?
Amongst start freaking
But
out.
on the inside,
How big is the
can we
opening?
light it on fire?
The opening the well or the entryway into the
Entryway to the tower.
tower? It seems to be a 5 foot wide doorway.
That's perfect. We can funnel them out.
And ignite them.
Yeah, if we can.
I've seen you ignite a bear.
Yeah, I mean, if he was just standing there.
Bear owl.
A bear owl.
A bear
But they
owl.
don't have honey, so it'd be kind of rude for me just to go and kill anything.
Well, they're unnatural. Right?
No.
Well, here's my
So
question.
if we have a 5 foot, all right, check this out. We're all melee, okay? And if we can get one in the opening,
Mhm.
okay? All three of us, boom, 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 can just simultaneously just attack every single one as they come out.
So just line up in front of the entrance.
Yeah, and make ourselves a barricade. And as soon as one comes up, beat the crap out of it until it drops. Another one can't really come in to attack us. Even if there's one here, he can't go around. So this one will be safe.
How wide is the well?
The well seems to be about 4 to 5 feet
Wide.
around.
Okay.
So we will have to run and position ourselves in front of the doorway as soon as all of them go in. But what if another one comes out of the well, or we're there? He'll be right behind us.
Don't get bit.
What happens
Is
if you
that
get
a
bit?
thing?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't want to get bit again.
Oh, I was like, is that a thing?
I was like this. I'm like, why is that a thing?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I don't like being bit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Nice.
at this point, a 6th one has hauled itself out.
We can do this.
Okay. So, should we distract one of them and see if they follow?
Pied Piper kind of thing.
Don't know what that is. We didn't learn that in the
Me neither.
monastery.
The problem with distracting one is that if we don't cover up the exit for the tower, they're going to swarm us and overrun us.
Got a question. DM. It's an arch, right?
Yep,
The
it's an
entrance?
arched doorway.
Does it look fragile right there on the top? And is there enough to create rubble so it actually covers the entrance?
Make an intelligence check.
While he's doing that, do we have anything that's flammable?
12.
A lot of.
12? It seems to be pretty solid
For-
stone, but from your distance, you don't know what's if it's just a facade of solid stone.
It's just getting darker too. The more we wait, the
Do we
more
have
time we're
anything
wasting.
of substance that we can ignite in front of the doorway?
No, he creates fire.
I know, but do we have?
At this
for-
point, you
There
all
for-
three of you start feeling little drops of water hitting you as it starts to rain.
I fucking shield up. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's sky water.
Perfect timing.
He's been waiting to pull us out.
I know. I'm like, what do you mean? What is it?
And light rain begins to fall.
Oh wait, you did mention you don't know what rain is, right? It's very dangerous. We better move away.
This is no time to play, Val. It's just sky water. You'll be fine.
Is he messing with me? Is
Yes.
this dangerous?
It
No,
ain't. It's not.
Oh.
You know water you drink?
Yeah, but it comes from the ground, not from the sky.
Yeah, but
This one
imagine
comes from
somebody
the sky.
going with like pouring it like this.
Outside of mountains, it comes from.
It's the gods. They're pouring war in us.
I hope they're not peeing on me.
They're
No, they're not.
blessing. They're blessing us.
Okay, we got bigger matters right now. There's,
All right, here's an idea.
there's 11 zombies now, right?
You have now scoped a total of 11, yes.
So, I know you're worried about some coming out from the well. Okay?
Yeah.
What if you and I
Mm-hmm.
flank the door? here and here. Say this is the door, for example.
Okay.
Here's the door.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I are here and here.
Okay.
That way, if one comes here, you're protected because he can't go around the door, right? He won't be able to get me because I'm 10 feet away.
So do we have half cover?
Right. Same thing on this side. Okay. I'm protected.
Tripwire.
You're protected. This would be the only one that could attack.
Okay. They're gonna have cover technically until they go into the middle too.
Well, no, they don't have half cover because you can attack diagonal.
Okay.
So we can pretty much just gangbang this guy, kill him, and then we can have.
Is this a dwarf thing?
Yeah, yes.
Gangbanging?
Yes.
By this point, the 6-1 that you've seen come out of the well is now depositing the sack inside of the building.
Okay.
And you see another one start coming out of the building carrying what looks to be rocks and rubble, and slowly starts moving off to the side here.
It's coming towards us.
Well, say have Meilin like fighting.
You guys
over
are
here.
all kind of
Yeah.
in the front here. It's coming around the side of the tower here.
We have Meilin over here attacking anything that comes out if anything gets past us, and watching our back from the well.
Does anybody see the person that might be controlling them?
Well, obviously not.
Now a second one is coming out, also carrying rubble. The first one now has gotten to where the wall is, and there's a small divot in the rock wall, and it just dumps the stuff out the side of the wall,
I think they're rebuilding. the
and
place.
it just shambles, slowly starting to head back in. And you start seeing this,
And there's no more.
secession of these zombies now carrying rubble out of the tower, dumping it off the
So
side.
there's no
and
more
heading
coming
back
out of the
in.
well.
There have been no more coming out of the well.
Guys, they're technically just workers. They're not doing anything illegal.
Unnatural.
Okay. I just.
Abomination.
All right. So
They are zombies.
they're doing this thing, right?
How would
Can
you
we-
feel if that was your brother?
Trigger.
Oh
Let's go.
crap!
If someone reanimated your brother, wouldn't you want them to put him down after his misery?
Do any of them look like Renton?
No, they are all human,
Okay.
or formerly human.
Uh-huh.
Most of them are male. Two of them at this point, as you see this procession going on, two of them were female.
Okay.
So when they get to the wall, maybe we can, the one that gets there to drop off, snag that one, because they're kind of sparsed out. So maybe we can, when he
So
goes
as they
to
come
drop
over, you
the
want to
rocks.
grab one, bring it over, bash a skull in,
Sure.
or do you want to go
I like
cover up
kind
the
of-
door so they don't?
the door, but
swarm
there's
it?
a line of them.
That's what I'm saying. Is there maybe one now that dropped off and one coming out?
Yeah, it's a procession of them going in, dumping stuff off.
How many
It's
are-
like watching ants.
Yeah. But how many are outside that we can
At
see?
any point in time, there's 4.
Okay.
Given the speed that they seem to be moving very, very.
So to get to the
slowly.
door, Angus we would have to get through 4 of them first to even get to the door at this point. So we know they're dropping off at this point. They seem single-minded on this task. Let's get to
And
this.
we're obviously visible, correct?
You guys,
We're on the hill, right?
You guys are. You said you're 20 feet behind, and there's still a bit of wall that you guys. I'm assuming that you guys have been kind of peeking
Yeah.
over
Mhm.
and
Yeah, we've
watching.
been
You
quiet.
haven't been like standing there like waving your arms at them.
Ah, like 1, 2.
I go like this.
But at this point, you see something different. You see
Of course we do.
a human,
Dragon.
very much alive, wearing bright red robes,
Wait, red robes. Do you know?
exit out of the tower,
Uh-huh.
holding a book and a quill, and you see him writing, looking at it.
Wait.
I think he's doing something.
Didn't somebody mention about
All the way over to the east.
the
red
Banshee?
robes.
Whatever. Agatha, Lady Agatha. She mentioned somebody with a wizard, right? With
Yeah,
a
red
dress.
robes. Yeah, you're right.
The Red Wizard.
Now we know what the book is about. If that's the same guy.
Oh shit.
That was.
Are any of you trained in Arcana?
What was it?
I have
But that would be a
0.
lie.
I have +0.
Are you proficient in it?
Everything is 0.
That's a no.
No.
Okay. You see that he has tattoos. He is about middle-aged, He has a goatee, very neatly groomed.
So he's Doctor Strange?
Huh?
He's Doctor Strange.
But he is bald.
Ah.
And he has black tattoos covering his head that go down the back of his neck. You can see he has some tattoos on the arm that's holding up the book that he's writing in, as the sleeves of his robe have fallen down a bit.
We need to attack this guy.
And you see him walk over to his tent and undo a small pouch off of his belt and set the pouch in one of the pots in front of his tent and continue to write in his book.
We gotta fucking take this dude out.
Wizard Red.
I agree 1,000%.
Red the Thay, Nation of Mages,
However,
necromancy, slave trade.
if we fight this guy and he 6'11" zombies on us at the same time we're fighting him,
Yeah. Dude.
and the other screamy lady who didn't like me and scared the crap out of me
Okay.
told us that he's pretty bad. So I'm down to take care of him, but we also have to keep caution.
No, I agree. But
11 zombies under his
if
control.
we can take him out quickly and quietly,
Yeah.
that might work in our favor. And then we can herd the zombies afterwards. We can kind of kite them around.
And as you all are talking, you hear the snapshot of the
duck
book. You look up and you see him tuck the book under his arm, looking over at you.
Not me, I duck down.
And he says,
we're all like behind the wall.
and he says, "Is there a reason you're hiding instead of introducing yourselves? That's rather impolite."
Oh, shit.
Just say yes or no.
Yes.
My name's Guiding Bolt, and I cast Guiding Bolt.
Thank you for listening to House of Crit Presents The Lost Mine of Phandelver. Join us next time as the adventure continues. If you like our content, please like, share, and comment. For more House of Crit, you can join us at houseofcrit.com and on our YouTube channel. Click on the links in the description below for more Dungeons & Dragons content, and be sure to check out Behind the Screen, a roundtable discussion featuring the Dungeon Masters of House of Crit.